Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Here we go, 2023. Hey guys, welcome back. So right away I'm going to show you problem we're having is with the dash cam yet again. It is doing the whole reboot, so it basically just sits there and flashes like this. As you can see, it's not coming on. So what are we going to do about that? Well, that's where this little puppy comes in. Okay, this is what we have from our little box. This is an actual hardwiring kit from GRDIAN itself. This is GRDIAN's dash cam wire kit. It's been on back order for a while. From previous videos, I've just been using, other aftermarket USB connectors, stuff like that. And evidently that dash cam just doesn't like it, apparently. I've tried two different methods. They both worked for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden they fell. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of buying this cheap stuff, and it just turns around and fails. So we went with the actual hardwire kit from GRDIAN itself. They give you a lot of extra stuff. We'll probably only need one of these. Okay, we'll get into all this stuff here in just a little bit. Just kind of giving you guys a rundown. All right. So this will plug into this. Your dash cam will actually plug into this socket, which I think that's a lot of the problem from the other kits is that the dash cam originally came with I don't know the proper term for it, a cigarette lighter connector for it to plug into. Or you can plug it into a USB, but the USB seems to fail and the dash cam doesn't get adequate power, so it does not function properly, which is kind of the issue it's having right now with the flashing blue light. Because if I unplug the backup camera, it will come back on. But I want to run both the back camera and the front camera at the same time. And it used to be able to do that without a problem. And then now it started giving me the issues. And I think it has to do with the USBs failing, or the USB adapters failing and not providing the cam adequate power. Which is what all this stuff here will do. So without further ado, let's get to wiring. Okay, just to kind of give you guys an idea, let's get a close-up of this. So you can kind of see here all the voltage settings and stuff like that. You can adjust them all down here. If it will focus. Okay, it kind of gives you the options of what you want the camera to kind of do. As you can see here, you have the always on, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. Right here, you have your output, which is what this one will connect to. And then you have your input where it's getting the power. This one will connect to that. You have some 3M tape that you can put on here because we're going to have to mount this box somewhere under the dash. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have a ground wire, we have the battery wire, and the accessories. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is the battery wire, I'm just going to go ahead and tie into a wire that's already coming directly off the battery. Same thing for the ground. These two can probably just tie right in with my amplifier, to be honest with you. The accessories is going to go into the fuse box right underneath the steering column. That will, that should do the trick for that. All right. So, and then like I say, they give you these. So basically I'm going to plug this in. Gives you an extra place for fuses. So it did not come with instructions. There are instructions on GRDIAN's website. I have read them, but it's been a minute since I've read them, so I'm probably going to go back and reread them to familiarize myself a little bit so I can hook this thing up properly. It is supposed to rain, so we might get it installed today, we might not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I want to take my time, do it correctly. Of course, when this video is completed, it will be uploaded all as one entire video. I'm not going to make it a two-part video or anything like that. So, anyways, because already I'm going to have to take the rear view mirror assembly off. Because if you remember last time we connected the dash cam, we basically bought a USB adapter that plugged into the USB connector that controlled the dimmer for the rear view mirror. And we fed power to the dash cam off of that. And it worked well, I want to say, for a good maybe 2 to 3 months before it failed. I've been having this, it's been sitting in the closet. I just have not really had the time to do a video. So I figured today I was going to go ahead and at least get the first part of it done by giving an introduction of the kit. Like I say, I'm going to try to get outside and get it wired. I might get it all done today. If not, it'll be another day, but this video, as I mentioned already, will be completed. All right, everybody, it's been a couple of days later. The rain is gone, however, it is now cold outside. So, we're gonna try to get this stuff done. What you'll need is some electrical stuff. I have my whole bag here just full of electrical stuff. You're gonna need a multimeter to be able to test a few things. You'll need, I got gloves just because it's cold. You don't necessarily need gloves. And then just a assortment of tools. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I tested the battery. I wrote it down here along with my date. That way I'll have a latest battery test. So we tested it today, 2/11/23. Our voltage read 1254, and this is at a resting state. This is where the battery is. The truck has not been started in at least 24 hours. So it's a cold battery. So this is where we are. All right, our next step is going to be to remove this panel here. There are 2 screws that are under here. I already took them out. One is there. One is over here. Took them out with this here. And then you'll get some pry tools, and this here just pries off. As I say, you can get yourself some pry tools. I got this kit on Amazon, pretty cheap. This one right here will do the job. You just kind of get it in there, start to pop it, and it'll come loose. All right, so this here is kind of what we want. We want to be able to access this fuse panel here, not the one under the hood, okay? You can see we already did some work in previous videos. Connecting here for the light bar that's on the hood. I will be using the same exact tap because I know for sure this is a switched fuse. So the main thing we have to do now is find a constant fuse, because I need 2. I need a switch fuse and a constant fuse. Okay, guys. So let me explain everything that I did. First of all, I got my original cord that came with my dash cam. It is USB connected. It was not the cigarette lighter connector. So for this hardwire kit, you will need a USB adapter, which I already had. So let me show you guys that. Which is this piece right here, where technically I can plug 2 USBs in. Anyways, right now it's just a hot mess, as you can see, because I just ran everything. We have not tidied up, so to say, because I still have to take that apart to get to everything under there, and run the original cord all the way back through the dash, all the way into over here. But as you can see here, we have a green light, which means that we wired this in successfully. Let me show you guys what I did. I was going to utilize this one. However, I said, you know what? I already have so much crap going to that one. So I pulled up a diagram of my box and found the fuses I needed. So this one over here is your constant hot, and that is your overhead lights and stuff like that. The way you can tell what's a constant is it still gets power when the truck is off, okay? And then an accessory is a switch fuse, which means it only gets power when the vehicle is switched on, which is this one over here, along with this one. But like I say, I did not want to utilize this one because I already have my amplifier and my light bar going to this one. So I put the accessory to the camera on this one. And what that one is the motor to my sunroof, okay? Perfect way to test for all that kind of stuff is if you come over here and you try to open the sunroof, it will not open with the vehicle off. It will only do it when it's on, okay? However, a constant, I wired it to this display up here for your overhead lights and stuff like that. As you can see, it has power when the truck is off, right? So that's how I did that. Just pull up a diagram of your box, whatever your model truck you have, and just kind of go off of that. From there, we're gonna go ahead and tidy everything up. Also, you want to adjust this for whatever your battery voltage was, because this here is a battery protector. So since our battery was 12 volts, I wanted to set this under 12. That way, if the voltage drops below 12 for this, it will automatically turn off. It'll turn the camera off and everything. That way it does not drain your battery, okay? So you adjust those by the settings on the bottom there. So for example, number 1, we have switched up, which is 11.6 volts, right? Which our battery was 12 and up, basically. But to be safe, I wanted it on 11, okay? The next one is also a voltage issue. So you can either have 11 or 12 or 20, something or other. That one I went ahead and just left down. The next one is your time settings. So we have that on a down position, which is 6 hours. And we also have this one on a down position, which is 5 hours. Now, as you can see, it went red, okay? And the reason why is because there's nothing plugged in here, which is what I noticed earlier. So once I plug something into here, it's going to complete the circuit, which will then turn that back to green. Like that, okay? So when you first hook this thing up, if you don't have this in here, it's going to be red. Green means you wired it in successfully according to the instructions. So without further ado, I'm now going to start tearing apart the dash. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to tear apart the dash and the rearview mirror assembly so we can unhook the camera from that position and run it to this new position here. Okay, so basically, guys, all you need is a pry tool, once again, like this here, to pry this whole assembly off. From there, you got to pry these pieces here off to get to the connector that is right here. The connector that failed us was this connector right here, this adapter. Okay. So this piece in here, the circuitry or whatever, is junk. It failed because it no longer supplies power to the camera, or no longer provides adequate power to the camera. So we're going to restore this back to the way it originally was and put it back together again. Okay, so this is the whole assembly right here, if you guys remember. If you don't, you can go back and watch my original video when I first installed this. So yeah, we just pulled this whole assembly out because apparently this whole unit failed, just like every other aftermarket assembly that I bought for this camera failed. So all you do is unplug that and you just plug your original back in. From there, we will then start to put all this assembly back together again. All right, guys, and just like that, we are back in business. Hardwire kit installed. Everything, let me kind of jump out here and kind of show you guys. Everything now hidden pretty much. I mean, well, almost hidden. I gotta come in here and kind of tidy up some of this stuff, but what I did was I mounted that box right up in here. If you guys can see it or not, it's, I don't know, I hit it. You can see the green light right there. So yeah, I just gotta get some zip ties and kind of clean this stuff right here up, but looking at it from this angle, you really don't see much. But the main thing is it works again. All right, so any questions, any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. And that's gonna do it for this video. You guys take care.